Om Shanti. Good morning. And I think after Christmas celebrations, everyone must be very light and happy, aren't you? So I don't have to say anything about happy heart, because you already have that experience, lifelong experience. I just met the little ones, kids, and meeting them just for 15-20 minutes. Those 15-20 minutes, each second was nothing else but just happiness. They were all smiling, laughing, smiling all the time. And it's but natural. What you see, that feeds your mind immediately. A reaction of the mind is as per what we see. So seeing those smiling little ones, they bring that feeling of happiness all the time. And the question arises, what makes these children smile all the time? Can anyone say something about it? Pardon? They live in present. Okay. Innocence. Carefree. Yes. They have not yet been problem. Okay. Problem is for parents, not for children. Program. Okay. Did you listen to the Murli this morning? Did you? Did you? Okay, so how did Baba conclude the Murli? Unto sweet, sweet children? Did you hear that? No? Now just imagine if we just accept what Baba tells us every morning, that we too are children, but experienced children, grown-ups. Still, the reminder from Baba's side is, as human souls who understand about the past, present and future, all the three aspects of time, they alone can live in eternity. And that's what Baba reminds us, to know ourselves that we are eternal children of the eternal Father. Father is eternal. Everyone accepts it. God is eternal. But we forget that eternally we are His children. We understand. And we also accept it. But we forget it. What is needed is to live by this understanding. If we can live every moment by this simple truth, simple truth, that we are God's children, God being the ocean of all happiness and bestower. For whom is that ocean of happiness? For whom is He bestower? For no one else. For us, His eternal children. It's our godly birthright to claim eternal happiness, accepting to be His child is the key to keep ever happy. Just as a little one, whenever in problem, whenever in trouble, invokes parents, especially the mother, immediately shares. If we can do that with Baba, it's like child's play actually. Many people, considering themselves very intellectual people, it's difficult for them to accept this. And what we have found in this world, more the intelligence, more complications, more the laws, more the court cases. And what are those court cases doing to the human beings? Making them happy? All the time, making them tense, making them morose, unhappy, troubled. Talk to anyone. They have troubled minds, unhappy hearts, peaceless minds, all the time. We learn these simple truths. If we can accept one simple truth, we are God's children. What's our relationship with each other? The children may come from any background, from any family, from any religion, from any country. You can see this one small group of 30 children. They sing together, they play together, they laugh together. No one cries. Inspiration from the children can bring about the change, the required change. Inspiration from the Murlis every morning can also bring very deep feelings of change. Grown-ups need feelings. Today, what you see outside, no one is concerned about each other. No one looks at what is happening around. No one cares what media is sharing through newspapers, television. People read every day and just forget. No sensitivity. Sensible children of God, Baba's children, have that ability to feel, to change, and to share and transform the world. All that we need is to multiply the power which comes from the source. Simple mind, simple intellect is not being ignorant. Simpler we are, more sensitive we are, more sensible we become. That's what I have learned. And Baba wants us. The first mantra I got in my ear from Sakar Baba was, whatever you have learnt, go deep, churn and go deep in it, and live by what you have learnt. Mere information is not the answer. Learning, churning, inculcation, living, experiencing. These are 5 steps. The experience which comes is so satisfying. That inner satisfaction brings smile on the face all the time. That brings happiness to the heart. So let's learn from our day-to-day spiritual life. We learn many things from worldly life. And what we learn, they are not very helpful all the time. We learned many things from scriptures. But many times we found we were not able to live by those texts. Why? Because we lacked inner commitment. We lacked inner strength. We also lacked real vision. Now that everything is clear, I'm sure we do feel inspired all the time to live by what we learn and what we share with others. If we don't live by that, the effect is Not so much. Our own inner self, inner conscience would keep biting. And because of that, my heart will not be happy. Happiness is the result of living by what I believe in. Living by what I am committed to. Living by what I have faith in. Different principles. Every Brahmin, every one of Baba's children, after proper understanding and recognition, resolves, now my life would be like this. I would live by Baba's Shrimat. The word Shrimat, the highest wisdom. Shrimat enables me to achieve the highest consciousness. If my consciousness is high and I go by it, I live by it, my actions will be very pleasing to myself and to everyone else. We cannot sacrifice our own conscience. If I do it, it's not right. Internal conflict will never make me feel happy at heart. And therefore, very clear resolution is needed. Simple faith. Simple faith. Faith in what we are learning from the Supreme Father. And then living by that faith. Just see how light, how peaceful, how happy we can become. I'm sure we all have that experience and we like to live by that all the time. Let's make it a natural way of living. Naturalness is the key. Naturalness is the key to clear intellect, clean intellect, and happy heart. This is what I have been experiencing. And whenever I am not happy at heart, I question myself. What's the reason? Why should I have lower stage than that? And the answer comes, more firmness in your faith, more firmness in your principles. Anyone having any questions so far? Anyone? Whatever I have shared is based on personal experience. But of course, the experience is based on what we learn from Baba's Murlis. Baba's Shrimat, Baba's way of life, Baba's principles. However, if there is any question you may ask. No one? Yes, please.
If you realize that you have got an intellectual intellect, but you want to be more simple, have you got any yuktis about how to become more simple?
It's a special gift from God. To be an intellectual, to have intellectual's intellect is again bestowed by the bestower. Who is the most intellectual being? Who is the wisest being? The Supreme Father. Why are we all here? Who has brought us here? It's His wisdom, it's His intellect. It's difficult for people from diverse backgrounds to be together, staying together as one family. Even if the song is there, we are all sisters and brothers, we are one family, but how many live together like that? Not many. There is something higher than the intellect can perceive, and that is the godly wisdom, the supreme wisdom. And that comes through intuition. Why Baba insists on regular meditation? The reason is, when we meditate, we go beyond words. We go beyond boundaries. We go beyond all the other relations. And that's the time, in those moments of unlimited consciousness, you are able to perceive your real nature. After all, intellectualization of any concept has limitations. But when you are in that unlimited consciousness, even the intellect becomes unlimited. Just imagine the concept of spiritual relationship. The way it has become with us. We accept it. In the beginning it was practiced. Slowly it has become natural. And when it becomes natural, we understand in depth the beauty, the benefit, the joy, the happiness, absence of all negativity. Just imagine how beautiful is the reality. I don't say how beautiful is the concept, how beautiful is the reality when we live reality. And therefore the need to experience those moments of unlimited consciousness in meditation. The other day when we were having Christmas celebrations here, Brother Lee invited us all for a minute of silence. You remember, and what suggestions he gave. So beautiful. And in those, just 60 seconds. But in 60 seconds, I'm sure, the experience was worth many, many years of practice. That's why in Indian philosophy, many people say it requires many, many lives of practice to realize God. Previously, I didn't understand the meaning. Now it's becoming clear. When we think of realization of God, it means going beyond, becoming unlimited. And acceptance of everyone belonging to you, belonging to me. Such beautiful things are realized in just one moment, in just 1 minute. But that minute of self-realization and experience of being together with the Supreme Father. It's very sweet, sweet experience. In that experience, the intellect is completely 100% clean. And when intellect is clean, there are no questions. There are no twists. There are no fears. And therefore, nothing can stop the heart to be happy. All the time, happiness, 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 nothing else but happiness. The moment the happiness is slowing down, you start questioning yourself. What happened? And that brings you back to the same state of highest happiness. The mind is so light, so pure, so divine. Cannot think even one thought of negativity. Such a beautiful experience. Many sages, many saints, many hermits, they looked for that moment. And how fortunate are Baba's children enjoying those moments. For most of the time, I would say. May not be all the time because we are still in the same old world, iron age. Some influences may come, but once you have enjoyed these moments, they will keep inspiring you to return to that feeling, to return to that consciousness, to return to that, you can say, deep experience all the time. And until we reach that, effort making continues. That's why Baba's emphasis. Make your routine a natural routine, a regular routine, so that when we say we are God's children, like Father, like Son, Baba wants us to enjoy the same way as God is known, ever ocean of happiness, ever ocean of peace, ever ocean of love. Just ask yourself, do I remain in that consciousness all the time? The more you enjoy being in that consciousness, intellect is definitely going to be very sharp, but clean, pure. And very intuitive intellect, intuitive. Not just what I'm churning, but my perception of what Baba wants me to know, what Baba wants me to learn, what Baba wants me to share, what Baba wants me to express. It becomes a very natural process. It's very beautiful, enlightening experience. Any other question? Anyone from the brothers? How many of you are really looking forward to Baba's meeting? Everyone. Just the thought of whom we are going to meet, whom we are going to see, whom we are going to listen, makes you feel so happy at heart. Is there anyone who has some fears before the meeting? Just joy to meet? No fears? So now that clears one thing from what we used to hear before Gyan. Do you remember that? Fear God. And after learning Baba's wisdom, we learn if you fear God, you cannot go near God. When you come near God, fear goes. There is no fear. What caused that fear? Wrong things, wrong way of looking at things. Clean intellect, pure mind, purity of mind, clean intellect is the basis of eternal happiness in the heart. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Anyone likes to know anything more? That's what we learn from Baba, Sakar Baba or Avyakt Bab Dada, both. Baba always wanted, Sakar Baba always wanted us to be very simple. Simple in the sense, not just simple clothes, simple in self-expression. As we are, what we are, share that. And Baba's aim, Sakar Baba's or Avyakt Baba, aim is, he always looks at our complete, final stage. When Baba speaks about the children being so high, so elevated, we question ourselves. Are we really that what Baba is sharing? We even share with Baba, we don't have those qualities. And Baba says, I see your final stage. Baba knows. You are effort makers. But finally you reach that stage. So Baba is talking to you from that stage. Let's start looking at ourselves from the highest stage. Our own highest stage. Self-acceptance of the final stage would bring about a miraculous change in our consciousness, vision, and actions. Om Shanti.